Monday. My vision for this video was to do a get ready with me and kind of talk through you guys, and as I set everything up and sat down to film, we realized that the onboard microphone, the little shotgun mic that we use, is broken, and all the batteries that we had are either dead or that the microphone is broken, so I wasn't able to do that. So this is going to be a voiceover video. I'm sorry, I really wanted to do like a talk through video, but I will do another one of those shortly. And that's also why I have, I don't know if you can see it, but this little microphone on, because the other one doesn't work, so we gotta use this one. So the reason behind this video is I am actually getting ready to go out. Today is January 29th. It is a Friday, and my birthday is this Sunday the 31st, but because it's on a Sunday, we decided to celebrate it today on Friday. So we are actually getting ready to go down to Richmond, where my best friend from high school, Madison, goes to school, and we're gonna go out to a really yummy Mexican restaurant, so I'm so excited. So that is where this inspiration of this look comes from. This is something that I have never done before. I've practiced this look once before I actually did it, and I think it turned out a lot better the second time. This is definitely really bold and really out there, so this is not for the everyday person, but I thought it was really fun and I was doing something different, so I thought, why not record it? So this, if you can't tell by looking at my face, it is a completely black smoky eye. I love this look. I know it's really intimidating using like a ton of dark colors, especially black on your lid, but I think it is so sexy. I think it is so feminine at the same time. I just love it. So yeah, that is what I did today. Hopefully the recording and everything worked out okay. Like I said, this is gonna be a voiceover, so if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Bye guys. So first we're going to be starting off with our eyes today. My eyes are already primed, and I'm just going to use a little bit of my concealer to cover up my veins and any redness that I have on my eyes. And I'm just blending that out with my finger, making sure I get nice full coverage even in the tear duct area, and I even drag it a little bit below that, a little under my eye as well. And then we're going to be setting that. I'm using the light color in my Kat Von D Shade Light palette, and I am just patting that all along the brow bone area all the way down the lids. That way we don't get any creasing. And now we're going to be going in with our transition color. This is Creme Brulee by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to be applying that with a Sigma Fluffy blending brush all in my crease, and I'm really taking my time to blend this out and making it nice and deep and dark, because this is going to be the base for our smoky eye. Then I'm going to pick up some gel liner. This is from Morphe, but any gel liner will do, and I am picking up a synthetic brush. This is a really inexpensive one from Morphe, and I am blending that out. I sped this up for you guys so you could see how much I actually blend this, but I'm keeping it concentrated as low to the lash line as I can, and then just working it up and blending it. And I'm not letting it go all the way to my crease. I'm keeping it as low as I can. Next, you're going to want to pick up the blackest black that you own. This is Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to be applying that with a MAC 242, and I'm going to press that all along where we did that gel liner, and I'm going to be blending it, and this is where I'm going to start to work it up towards the crease. I'm going to start really slow and keep it low, and then just build that black up and up. Then we're going to go in with Cocoa Bear by Makeup Geek, and I am taking this on a natural haired Morphe brush. I don't know the number of it, but I'll list it down below, and I'm going and blending this out, really taking my time, because this is what's going to give us the transition from the black to like that smoky gorgeous brown. So that is what I'm using for this, and I'm taking my time and blending it out, and I go in a few times and just keep blending and blending. And as you can tell, this look is going to be very messy and look very messy and bad until you finish it. So I promise, just keep pushing through and just keep blending. Now we're going to go back into the black, and this is a Sigma E25, and I'm going to be blending that black that we had put on before into the brown now. So this is where I'm really working it into the crease, and when you're using this, you want to only take the tiniest bit of black and slowly work it in, because if you go with too much black straight in your crease, it's not going to give you a very gradient effect from lid to brow bone. It's just going to look like black straight from the lid to the crease, and there's not going to be any transition for the color. So go really slow, pick up a little bit at a time, and just keep blending. And now I'm going back in with a clean blending brush and just continually blending. This look, you're going to blend until your hand bleeds. Because you're working with black, you don't want to look like you have a black eye, so just keep blending through. So as you're working with the black, you may notice that some of that brown and that transition color kind of wore off. So I'm just going back in with a little bit more of the creme brulee and then just blending this out. This also helps that there's no harsh lines, especially in the crease with the black. So just go through and blend it out, and then you can always add more black on your lid. So once you finish your eyes in there how you like them, go ahead and take any makeup wipe and wipe your under eyes to create a very straight line. There's two ways you can do this. The first way that I did with my finger, and then the second way where you pull it really tight and use an edge. Either way works to get a straight line. Then we're going to move on to our face. I'm using my NIVA Men Aftershave Balm to prime as usual. And then I'm going to be going in with my Makeup Forever HD sticks, and I'm going to be putting a ton of this on my face because I want to look flawless to go out because we're going to be taking pictures. So I am just going to cake this baby on and make sure that my skin looks nice and smooth. So my favorite way to blend in this foundation is to use a damp beauty sponge. This is the Real Techniques one, and I'm going to make sure it is nice and damp and then bounce it all over my face, really blending it into the skin. And I like using this because this can be a little bit of a more cakier foundation. The beauty blender or your beauty sponge really picks up the excess and doesn't leave you with any cake face. Now we're going to move on to conceal and highlight. I'm using my Naked Skin one. This was a little bit too dark for me for highlighting, so I placed this under my eyes and all over my face first because I love the coverage of this concealer, but then I went in with the new Makeup Forever HD concealer, which is just a little bit of a lighter shade, and I just placed that right over the original concealer, and then I just blended that out, again using my beauty sponge. And of course you want to make sure you set your concealer. I'm going to be using a combination of the banana powder and that light colored powder in my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette. First I go in with the banana color and do that all over my face where I place concealer, and then I go in with that lighter color just right under my eyes to make sure that they are nice and bright. And now I'm just setting the rest of my face using any type of powder. I'm blending this all over my face where we didn't set anywhere else, and I'm also blending this down my neck. Now to move on to brows, first I go in with the Anastasia pomade, and what I do is I create a really strong defined line on the bottom line of my brow all the way from beginning to end, and then I only fill in about halfway of the top half of my brow. It's really to just give the shape that I want for my tail. Then I go in with the powder by Anastasia and I fill in all the rest of the gaps, and then I'll go ahead and set that with a clear brow gel as usual to make sure that your brows stay put all night long. Now I'm going in and smoking out my lash line. You can do this however you want. I just took a little bit of that Cocoa Bear and Corrupt by Makeup Geek and just smoked that out. Now I'm taking this NARS single eyeshadow and just placing that on my brow bone and inner corners to highlight a little bit. And now I'm taking Ice Queen by Makeup Geek and spraying it with a little bit of Fix Plus and applying that on my inner corners to really make it highlight. Now you can just add any type of mascara that you want to prep yourself for lashes. I believe this one's from BECCA. Once you have your lashes on, go ahead and start contouring. I'm using the two shades from the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I'm just using this inexpensive Morphe brush that's angled to go ahead and do that. And I'm chiseling my cheekbones. I don't want too much of a harsh contour because I have such a bold eye, so I am just kind of giving myself a diffused contour this time. And I'm also bronzing my face using the same shades, going under my jawline, forehead, neck, etc. I'm going to be using this Morphe fan brush to just contour my nose a little bit. And then we are going to move on to highlighting. I'm using the Hourglass palette, and I'm just taking that first shade and I'm applying this all over my cheeks. I love this color as like a really neutral blush color. It's really pretty. Then I'm going to be dipping into that whitish highlight shade, and I'm going to be putting this on my cheekbones as my base highlight. Then I decided to go in with Moonstone. I didn't show it to you guys because it's broken, so I can't lift it up, but I placed that all on the tops of my cheekbones as well as my forehead, a little bit on my nose, and the bridge of my nose. Then I went in with this MAC blush. I don't know the name of it, but I will list everything down below for you guys, and I'm using my Real Techniques blush brush to apply this. Then I debated with lips. Either of these lips would look really good. You could do a dark lip or a lighter lip. I decided to go with the more neutral one just because I thought it was more pretty and more feminine, and then I set it with some Urban Decay makeup setting spray, and that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you next Monday. Bye guys!